Welcome to the Vegas Insider channel here on YouTube as we look ahead to college football and SEC picks for this Saturday. Kevin Rogers and Brian Edwards with you. Brian 0-2 last week on his picks. The Utah-UCLA game got bagged on the other two. He had the points with Arkansas. They lost at Florida as Kyle Trask helped out his Heisman Trophy hopes with a huge game against the Razorbacks, and also Boston College lost at home to Notre Dame. So Brian's still 17-8 on these videos this season, still doing a tremendous job, and he'll try to get back on track this week. He has two games to look at with three picks in the SEC. And Brian, let's begin with the Florida Gators as they head to Nashville to take on Vanderbilt. The Gators a heavy favorite, no surprise there. And we'll see if Kyle Trask can keep up those big numbers against the Commodores.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with two plays here, K-Raj. I like over 68 for Florida Vandy, and I like the Gators minus 18 in the first half. The over is 5-1 overall for the Gators. Those combined scores have been 86, 62, 79, 58, 72, and 98, which is average combined scores of 75.8 points per game. UF seventh in the nation in scoring with a 45.8 points per game average. The over is also on a 3-1 run for Vandy, which has played 3 home games this year. They gave up 41 apiece to LSU and South Carolina and 54 to Ole Miss. And the Commodores had their best offensive game of the season last week by 2 touchdowns. Their previous high had been 21 against Ole Miss. They had 35 and a 38-35 loss at Kentucky, and obviously that's 73 combined. And despite giving up 35 to Vandy, Kentucky is still number 24 in the nation in scoring defense, allowing only an average of 21.3 points per game. So that's not a scrub defense that Vandy scored those points against. In fact, it's a defense that's better than Florida's. Now, Vandy's defense is giving up 35.8 points per game. Even without Kyle Pitts, Florida scores 63 against Arkansas, and Pitts' backup, Keon Zipperer, had 2 touchdown catches. Trask has a 28-3 TD-INT ratio. So I like this over 68. I think Florida scores at least 50, maybe 60. And I think Vandy's going to score, 21, maybe 28 or so. And look, the first half team total that is not even out yet. Oh, and I said, yeah, I like minus 18 on the Gators first half. The first half team total is not out yet, but if it is 28 or fewer when it comes out, whether that's Thursday, Fridays, or Saturday morning, I love that even more than the other 2 plays, but I love all 3 of them. But Florida first half team total, if it's 28 or fewer, hammer that. That would even be my favorite of the play, but I like all those plays I mentioned.
So Brian's on the Gators first half and also over on Gators and Vandy coming up on Saturday. And for the second game we'll take a look at, Alabama back on the field after their game got wiped out against LSU last week. The Crimson Tide continuing to roll as they battle Kentucky, a Wildcats team that's had a lot of problems offensively this year. Defensively not bad, but offensively can't really score. We'll see if Bama can light up Kentucky and keep their undefeated season going, Brian.
Yeah, so I like over 58 in this game. Alabama's had 3 totals in the 50s this year. The over is 3-0 in those games. They had a total of 56 against Georgia. They win 41-24 for 65 combined. They had a total of 55.5 against Missouri, and it was 38-19 for 57 combined. But Mac Jones, Najee Harris, Jalen Waddle, all those guys were out mid-third quarter when it was 35-3. And then you also you look at the A&M game where the total was 54.5 for Alabama. They won 52-24 for 76 combined points. The only 2 unders for Alabama this year, one of them was 65 against Tennessee. That would be an over, obviously, over 58 in this situation. And then they had the under in a 41-0 win over Mississippi State. Alabama third in the nation in scoring, 47.2 points per game average. And their average combined scores are 67.2 points per game. Like I mentioned when I was talking Florida Vandy, Kentucky had a shootout with Vandy last week, 38-35 for 73 combined points. Terry Wilson is now healthy. Not that that means Kentucky is going to be like explosive offensively, but he can make plays running the football, and he throws a good deep ball at times. And I think Kentucky, they're not going to score a lot, but I think they can get perhaps 17-24 on Alabama. And Alabama is going to be getting 45 minimum, in my opinion. Let's go over 58 on Alabama and Kentucky.
So to review Brian's picks for this week in the SEC, Brian taking the Gators first half, laying the 18 against Vanderbilt. Also the game total over of 68 between the Gators and the Commodores, and also Brian liking the over of 58 between Alabama and Kentucky. Brian 17-8 so far this season on these videos. So Brian will look to continue with a couple more winners this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Vegas Insider. For Brian Edwards, I'm Kevin Rogers. Thanks for watching, and best of luck with your bets.